found out at about 11:30 last night while I was out with one of my friends in downtown, and I thought it was fake at first, but then I went on the website, checked, and then I was like, wow, okay, they really are closing.
After more than 40 years, Knoxville's beacon of physical media is shutting its doors for good.
My mother likes to tell the story of when the first store was being set up and actually helping, move boxes and physically arrange the location way back at the founding.
Ann and Philip Jacobson opened the first McKay's location in 1974 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The Knoxville location followed a decade later in June of 1984. The store was initially named Edward McKay Used Books, combining the couple's middle names as a reminder that the stores were a combination of both of their efforts. The Knoxville store started out in a small shop on Kingston Pike with a massive 35,000 books and 2,000 wooden Canada Dry crates to shelve the inventory. By 1986, they had nearly doubled their number of books to 60,000, necessitating a move to a bigger storefront in Knox Plaza. By 1991, Edward was dropped from the name and books on tape and CDs were added to the inventory. At that time, they were bringing in 2,000 books a week. By 1993, another McKay's store opened in Oak Ridge, and another storefront was added in Knoxville specifically for CDs. In 1995, as their inventory ballooned to more than 100,000 books and 10,000 CDs, both Knoxville locations were combined into an 11,000 square foot building across the street from the old one. In 2003, McKay's announced it would be moving to what would be their final home on Paper Mill Drive. That location opened in 2005.
That's a huge bulk of stuff to move in even 5 days. So we've been scrambling around like mad trying to make it happen.
Since then, McKay's has thrived, surviving recessions.
Spending is not as free-flowing as it was, say, a year ago, for sure. But we've been lucky. We're not being hurt by it. So I think that's a good thing for us, for sure.
The occasional electrical issue.
Power always does come back on, and sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm hoping it'll hopefully come on maybe in the next hour or so. If not, and just might come back another day and try again.
The fancy footwork.
And multiple renovations.
We're doing our best to make it a little more shoppable. It's, as you can see, it's less closed in, it's a little more open, you get more light, it's easier to get around and shop.
Despite its longevity, McKay's hasn't been without controversy.
As the workers, we are qualified to have a say.
A workers' union was formed in 2022. The group rallied, stating that as the business had grown over the years, benefits and wages remained stagnant. They claimed arbitrary firings, long hours, and unfair work schedules were just some of the problems.
We started bargaining with introducing 26 proposals to them. That was 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
In response, leaders at McKay's said, "We have already had 13 fruitful bargaining sessions and more scheduled for the future. New contracts take time and involve many complex topics, and McKay's is pleased with the progress we are making." In the summer of 2024, in celebration of its 50 years in business, customers who visited all 5 McKay's locations across Tennessee and North Carolina were rewarded.
When I heard $800 of free credit, the merchandise sounded neat and all, but it was really the $800 that called me.
The crowds that responded were more than the stores had anticipated.
There was a line that looped around like twice through this part of the parking lot, and then 3 times over in that parking lot over there, and then starting to go onto the street.
The Knoxville Fire Department considered the crowd so large, they declared it a mass casualty event.
Not because there were a lot of people dying, but it was because it was resource intensive. We brought out our cooling bus so that we could treat people.
I heard they were giving IVs to people in line because it was hot enough that people needed that.
A final tally of 23 people were treated for heat-related illnesses. But that still did not deter some people from hitting all the stores.
We decided to go ahead and head out, try and beat everybody to Chattanooga.
But in February 2026, news of McKay's Knoxville location closing came suddenly.
Leaders at McKay's say they plan to shut their doors this spring after more than 4 decades in Knoxville. The store website blames a property sale. Paperwork from the Knox County Register of Deeds shows that Paper Mill Place LLC purchased the building for a little more than $4 million.
I heard on the TV that they'd be shutting down in a couple of months. We spent a lot of time here, had several children that have gone through schools, and it's been a great resource for them and for us.
It's a place that held cherished memories for some.
Maybe 10, 12 years ago, I came in here with my cousin and they had a Game Boy Advance in the tech section. It was the first time I'd seen a Game Boy here, and it was something like $50 at the time. Fully functional. Wow. I was like, I'm getting that, and I still have it.
And a way for others to relive their youth.
Whether it be old albums or old CDs, trying to, I guess, get that feeling you had when you were 20, so you get that old album that you don't have anymore. But then you play it and you realize you're still 60.
It's a place where you could find a book on literally everything.
So what kind of books do you like?
Pregnancy books.
Pregnancy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like Uncle John's bathroom readers. I love Uncle John's bathroom readers. I love fact books, things that are useless information. That's what I like.
As the chapter closes on a 4-decade-long legacy,
I really hope that sometime they'll open up another location here, but until then, we got to make the most of it while we have it.
What remains are the memories made throughout the ranks.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing for the community. It's needed, and it's used a whole lot. I mean, a lot of people take advantage of what they offer, and they've always been good to us.